today. So I've switched to it. That's better. There we go. All right. Yeah. Today, or probably in the morning stream, what we're gonna do, is on wake up, and then we'll probably do my spreadsheet, and then on yeah, and then an afternoon stream, we'll do the actual prepping, and we'll talk about stuff. My brain is not operating right now. All right, let's not waste time. Good morning, Teresa. How are you doing? How's work? Sorry I'm late. I was just in some trouble. Stack. I'm okay, a little stressed out at the vet with your sick dog. Oh, sorry to hear that. Try turning it on and off again. Seems to fix it. I'm sure everything will be fine. One stack. I don't remember how I got. Okay. Good morning, Spy. I'm here. Sorry for listening. Nah, that's alright. I mean, that's the point, right? Streams on the new TV that you just switch on and just drift off. You never need to be sorry for that. If anything, it's exactly what should happen. Switch on TV, the stream, and you just drift off. It happens a lot. Encourage it. Just watching pass out. Yeah, that's exactly right. I like that. I want to be the soothing kind of TV or conversation. I'm basically talkback TV. Oh no, talk the new age talkback radio. So yeah, nothing to be sorry for. If anything, just do that all the time. Put on an old VOD and just listen away. I could get Twitch working again. I can actually put the music on. When I woke up, went to do the last treasure hunt, and all done. Nice. Luckily, I think you still had like a week or two. Into 6 days, yeah, you still had about a week. But it's a lot less stressful once it's all ticked off. And then you can focus on the update. It's tomorrow. fix all the holes that's made in my patterns. Okay, I realized a little flaw in my plan. I can't get behind here. Should have saying also I don't have the last rabbit in Olaf's museum. Stupid Kali, whatever. I thought I had it. Oh. I hate that. Probably grayed out in your collection as well. And now that's going to bug you until you do it. Enough space there. Alright, I need to decorate this whole weapons. Hey, Mr. Tanker, that's a name I haven't seen for a little while. Realize something also I don't have. Oh, yeah, you're that. How you doing, bud? How's your welding going? Tanker's taking up welding. Hope you're doing alright, mate. It's only taking me around, only around Thursday, 8 AM to 2 PM. Hope I've fed him a few times, otherwise it's going to take me a little while longer. Yeah, it will be. But tomorrow is update day, so you have a good excuse to get on around that time. You've been all over the place, school stressful. It will be, mate. You're in final stretch of it all, mate. So completely understandable. And I think I said to you, like, eventually you're just going to drop off because school, being a teenager, all that stuff will take priority. And that's exactly what happened, so it makes sense. I just hope you're looking after yourself, though. Mentally and all that fun stuff. Because I got it. I understood. We all go through it. I'm okay with it, because it just means there's one less mod to turn against me, as yes typically does. The mods are still rebelling against me, Mr. Tanker, so you haven't missed that fun. That fun drama. Oh, this is already cool. Okay, parts. Anyone seen Sarah? I haven't seen her. Do you mean Sarah Sings? That one? I have. That's why I found myself a little new something to do. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, I'm glad to see you're okay, mate. More than last night. I was gonna say something about fall asleep. Oh, that's alright, mate. It's fine. As long as you look after yourself, that's all that really matters. And there's a lot of people that probably just draw around and don't say hi. It's just the nature of what a stream is, really. I know there's many streams that I just that I just pop into just to watch for a little bit. I don't say too much. Bubbles. Outside of the normal stressful stuff, you're all good though. This Sarah talks. I haven't seen her for a while, but I do see her logging into Steam once in a while. Keep in mind that I think she's looking for a job at the moment, so she could be preoccupied. I'm not sure. I'm sure she's fine. I'll see if she's on. She won't be on Steam right now. It's like 7 a.m. today. I'm just gonna load up Steam anyway. There she's on there. No, sometimes I see it pop on. She's not on. But she was last logged in 5 hours ago. So, your request is saying, alright, what have you got? Ooh, thank you, Spy. Oh, that's so wicked of you. What did you request? There's nothing here. But you did get me some stuff, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, it sometimes takes, like, you have to log out and log back in, so if you're playing the game at the moment, it may not work. It'll just take a little while to catch up with itself. Which I try again once you switch fully charged. Well, it should work eventually. It depends on when did you request it? Sometimes it could be from my end that I need to update, reload, or sometimes it's your own. It's weird like that. So much better. It was 2 a.m. 5 hours ago. Yeah, it should update by now. But maybe just go like log in and check it. Well, you would have missed the lovely donation yesterday as well, Spy. At the end of the stream, Susie came in and gave me a $90 donation, which was very, very kind of her. I'm very grateful. Pop is pretty much the only thing I have full, just full of. It's nothing. What that supposed to be? What is that supposed to be? I think it's one of those ones. That's quartz. That was nice. I ended it. Yeah, I saw the end screen and I saw Susie in chat. Didn't read up, but I saw her pop up. Yeah, she was very, very kind. She's doing very well with her streaming as well. I'm very proud of her. And she just hit above 1K people. Apparently, her community all chipped in via her Switch, which she was very grateful for. It's so nice when people do that. Make sure I've always got a stack in the chat. Get passed out, woke up, saw the end of stream. Split second, forgot who I was watching. I've been very tired. I should have raided someone. That would have really tripped you up. But that's the bronze and the brass. Bronze. Range. Might be important. Go for a nutshell. Wait, you can raid someone? I forgot. Yeah, you can raid people. But I never do. Just because it's too complicated when you do a restream. So I typically. Why is 32? I have to do one more pan quest. It's level 10. It's not that bad. Yeah, to be honest, I don't even remember what it is. Overall. A lot of that one was for. Get rid of it. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm going to be like paranoid that I've forgotten something. Cool. These only comes taxi.
God fucking damn it, Dave.
What did I do? I didn't do anything. What are you on about? I just assume I did something wrong. Heard that audio track. What audio track? What audio track? I'm so confused. That TikTok one, the one that says you flippin' did it, Dave. What? I don't do TikTok. I am super confused right now. I did TikTok like years ago, but not for a while. And zinc. I've got 0 zinc. Or is that zinc? That's quartz. You need to link what you're talking about, mate. But I'm very confused. Alright, so that's just all the water ones now. Big Discord chat. Alright. Oh, you mean this?
God fucking damn it, Dave.
That's my new Damn It Dave button. So we've implemented a new Damn It Dave button, so whenever you Damn It Dave, I play this.
God fucking damn it, Dave.
And that's my Damn It Dave button. I didn't even know it was from TikTok. I found it on Facebook. Well, not Facebook, YouTube. Apparently it was a big thing. What are those turtles doing? Wait. I've got seaweed in them. I just don't have seaweed in them. I don't know. I don't know, it seems the boring what I'm doing. I enjoyed it, so sorry. There we go. Where's the bones? How about okay. So violent. Where I put them? I don't know. Tables. Thought I did. Damn responsible. Tables for that. Scales. Scales on the table either. Let's go. There we go. According to gold nugget. Alright. Cool mining grind. Huge. Go with Mickey. I think clearly. I really do. Or I do. Alright, here we go. Need a good hole of memories. Let's try this again. I realize I haven't taken my meds yet. Well past 7 o'clock. Yeah. Alright, well, in 4 minutes, I'm going to do my meds. You guys are supposed to keep me on track for that. So I am putting the blame onto you guys rather than me. That's what a mature adult does. Shifts blame. good number of these stacks. Oh. I think the mining one's honest, in my opinion. Alright, well, while we wait for it to respawn, because we still need more, I'm going to go put on my shirt, which sounds dodgy, but... and get a coffee. Very neat. It's dark in this room now, so I've turned off the main light above my head. Instead, just leave the lamp on. Yeah, it's a little bit quiet, but I moved the camera so you can kind of see me in the background. Chair creaks though, it's annoying. All right, there we go. All right, I'm gonna get a coffee, take my meds, and I'll be back in a sec. There we go. I'm done. Back to the grind. shiny or not? Got one stack. Grind out some more. We'll wait for it to form. Yeah. Hey, Fox, how are you doing? How's life? I'm good, just working a lot. That's good or bad? I don't know, is that good or bad? Or kind of average? Where does it sit on the spectrum of if that's good or bad? Yeah. Both. Alright, well, happy for you, but also sad for you. There you go. I've been alright. Same old, same old. Nothing spectacular. Still on the heart waiting list. Just trying to keep busy. On leave at the moment from work. Just had decided to have a couple of weeks off. Spontaneously, just relax and just do my own thing for a little while. Which has been good. It's been really good. Then I got the Dreamlight Valley update tomorrow, which is I might take Friday off, stay in bed a little bit. But nothing interesting, really. Same as always. Get a stack out of that tonight. Got another round of it. to wait for the respawn now. Do you still play Dreamlight Valley? Fox, I can't remember if you did or not. I don't remember. Yeah, dude, it's been a while though, probably. Well, that's actually sometimes good. Like, just take some time away from the game, then you can come back and you actually got a ton to do. There's actually a smarter way of doing it than the way I do it. Actually, while I'm waiting, there's some more stuff. Oh, I had needle mark. I should have been doing this. Go button mark. Balls under hunt. How come that won't let me twist a button mushroom? This doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Alright. Yeah. I gotta get ready to go somewhere. I hope we can catch up next stream. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Fox. Sorry, it's a little bit slow and boring, but yeah, hope you have fun wherever you go. It's good to see you again. Doing any stupid grinding, so it's not right. There you go. That's about 50. Cool. A lot of stuff. A lot of things I don't have a stack of, so I'm probably going to grind those out. When they don't pick up a pixel. I've just watched Yasmin's clip again. Dave's sub story. You don't have to watch that. No one needs to see that. I hope everyone realizes I was just making a lot of that up. I worry about people taking it seriously. I feel like because I listened to it after the stream. I feel like it's sarcastic enough for that to come through, but I'm not sure. I'm worried that people that don't know me or don't watch me will take it seriously. Hi, Yasmin. I feel like it's sarcastic enough. It is, yeah. What I what I wanted to do is make a YouTube short out of it, right? But put like real sad copyright free music over the top of it, just like really slow. And then it like slowly turns to grey. And then there's the effect of like it's like rain. I didn't even see Sarah's Dave would kill all kangaroos. What? Would not kill all the kangaroos. They eat kangaroos in Australia. So I mean, I'm not exactly a bad guy for suggesting to kill kangaroos because they do it for fun and for food. We leave our kiwis alone because the boys are harmless, but girls are manics. Well, to be fair, we don't have a lot of kiwis. That's why we ran out of mowers. We killed them all for meat. But we learned the hard way. Kiwi birds, yeah. There's too many Americans in here to just say kiwi. I'm excited today because football's on today. I don't know if you guys know this. I like sport. I like a lot of sport. I just never mention it in here. I'm a sports-loving nerd. I've got a lot of sports jerseys. I don't really tell a lot of people about that. Well, especially in the stream. Stitch playing the ukulele. The albino kiwi bird born last year was credible. What albino bird? I have to look it up now. Oh, that was 2020 that it died. That one died. But where's the one that was born last year? Ah, this one. Music's necessary, but alright. Oh, look at it. Oh, the ad popped up at the top. God damn it! I don't want to play that stuff. I want to look at the bird. I'll make it smaller again. Why? Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know that popped up. Yeah, the more you know. Yeah, those ones are definitely rare. Oh, in IP now, creature is rare, to be honest. Albino? Albino. Is that albino or bino? I guess no one can really tell me. Didn't really ask how to pronounce things on the internet because it's quite hard to learn which way I'm saying it the right way or the wrong way. Albino. 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 I get a stack of freaking. Wow. Yeah, what I should do is help out the dream team while I do this grind. Who needs it? Shadows need that. Teresa needs 50 of those. Alright. That's. Oh no, that's pure ice. I can't be pure ice. Oh, I can use a potion. That much for drama. It's from the story by Vale. How about this, Dave? This is me talking to myself. How about we use a potion? Get the pure ice for freezer. I'm like looking at my stocks for my materials. I really haven't done a lot of grinding, and I'm starting to pay the price for it because I don't have quite a lot of stuff that I probably should. Right, let's go get a mining potion, eh? Oh, mining potion, then we'll get some pure. I'm only 79% charged. I'm logging on to try again. Yeah, like 50% is alright. I mean, just leave it plugged in while you play. Okay, what about this at Tiffany's? That's the song I've got in my head right now. And by in my head, I mean in my headphone. I'm annoyed that I couldn't get the Twitch working because I really like DJ Dave days where you guys can hear what I'm listening to. Don't know why that text message doesn't get sent. Normally it would work fine. I'm hoping it was just like a one. If not, I'll figure that out. Let's get one of those going. We'll get two. I don't know whether I should change my stream layout. So a lot of people have like a smaller cam and it's a little bit higher. Like it's like here, and it's like smaller and squished like vertical like that. I don't know whether I should do that or just leave it the way it is. What do you and Yasmin think? Should I leave it the way it is, or should I go for like more of the, some of them even have a circle thing. Gosh, I'm sorry for saying this, but I thought your cables were party shirt. My bad. Probably the worst thing I've ever said to you. What? What was the worst thing you ever said to me? I don't get it. The cables aren't part of my shirt, it's part of the machine. Oh, what was the question? Should I change the camera on my stream to be like more like up here and more vertical? Like up here and more vertical? Like the way some other streamers have it? Or is everyone happy with like the way it is, like just there? Basically, I'm trying to figure out ways I can improve things. And I'm open to feedback. I like how it is now because it feels like a little bit more old school and kind of the way streaming was. It feels like there's too much dead space though. I like it. Because then I can transition to standing up. Oh no, I'm not going to do that. I changed my mind instantly that I wanted to stand up. I like the extra space. I do too. And it's just, I never see any streamers doing it, so I'm just like, I like it, but I thought your cables were printed on your shirt. My eyes are finally seeing the tab, holding it to shirt. Yeah. So basically, I normally have the bag, and so this is just basically what's in the bag. So there. There's the battery. Here's the other battery. Streamers crop their cams too much, I think that too. I like this old school kind of way. But at the end of the day, you guys have to look at it a lot more than I do, so I just figured I'll ask the question. Thanks for reaffirming that, Yasmin. I like that. But yeah, it's definitely not printed on. What I have to do, and that's why I kind of show it when I swap my shirts in the morning. I had to thread it through everything. But you didn't say anything wrong. I don't know why. What made you think you said anything wrong, though? What did you say you felt? I'm checking if I missed a message. I don't think I missed a message. You didn't say anything wrong. There's nothing to apologize for. Unless you secretly said it to yourself and you didn't type it. I'm gonna get some pure ice. There we go. Yeah, I don't mind the square. I don't mind the circle either, even if you curve corners of this. I think I like it the way it is. I only consider changing it because I don't know. I want to do little things to help improve things, and I don't know. Because I'm starting to think more about like post transplant is that I really want to just set things up so I don't need to stress so much about things. Worry about the way things look and all that stuff. So kind of want to experiment now, get to like where I want it to be, and basically stick with it for like a year. Yeah, my brain thought you were wearing a Star Wars shirt. Now I realize it's your stuff. Don't be sorry. Nothing to be sorry about. You should be sorry for saying sorry. That's the only thing you should be sorry about, Spy. Oh, there's a memory right there. Really not getting a... Oh, I got 9. That's actually a good haul. Oh, it's that price, damn it. Yeah, you got nothing to worry about. Let's put it this way. My girlfriend makes jokes about my batteries running out. Like threatening to unplug my batteries and stuff. So it takes a lot to offend me. I want to keep... I want to keep these... Yeah, requested software. I hate roaming around the maps. I mean, I have Max and Nana with me. Those two take too long. I mean, that's why I use the machines, especially for the stuff that I want to simply just grab. I'll see if it's popped up now. No, still not there. You're definitely in our team, so odd. But did someone fulfill mini T's request for purified shards? I think they did. I want to encourage people to use that more and help each other out. Get it, I'm on cooldown, 18 hours, and I have 0 requests left. Weirdly, like, I think I'm on cooldown too, but the weird thing is when I request a particular thing, I don't know if you saw it before, if I request an item, right? Let's just do this one. If I request this item, it pops up saying, you can create or dissolve a Dream Team only once per day. So for some reason the game thinks I wanted to destroy the Dream Team. It hated that request so much, it threatened to destroy the entire team. By the way, if Teresa's still watching, thank you for the war iron. Oh, did she give you some of that? Oh, I'm glad you guys are helping each other out. It's great. Makes the Dream Team worth it. I think Teresa though is at the vet, so she might be in meeting with the doc. Sounds a little bit stressed, so hopefully. Okay. Yeah, that's good. She wanted 50 of them, so we're going to keep going until we get 50, even if it takes us all day. We are getting other supplies as well, so it's not exactly we got purified wood there out of that one. Petrified wood. I think it's petrified wood. I do have petrified wood under the wood section, even though it's not technically a wood item, a mining item. Yeah, I needed more to make more fencing and the slabs and building an area around Remy's house. Yeah, that Remy fence is cool. The annoying thing about Remy, it's time for a rant. the annoying thing about the Remy thing was the daily quests and the War Iron thing was a really good idea. But the problem is that's all they did. They didn't commit to the idea and add more dailies and you know more ways, more kind of unique things like that. And they're still not, and it's kind of weird, right? I mean, the daily quest is a really great idea. I remember when the first daily quest drops, and that was with the Easter event. I think that was the first dailies, and it's still the daily now. When the Easter event comes along, that was the first one, and then they introduced the Remy's one, and everyone thought, oh, now they're going to just start doing dailies quite a lot. So there's going to be all these side things you can grind for, like the water iron and stuff. But they never did. They kind of just did it once and kind of dropped it, which was really disappointing. I think what they should have... I think a lot of people complained about the dailies constantly popping up, even if you didn't care about it. There should have been a way to enable or disable it. And if there was a way of doing that, I think the outcry would have been a lot smaller. But they haven't exactly removed it or given that option to mute it, which is a bit silly. But I really wanted them to do more, or maybe like you get a daily for once you reach level 10 with a particular character, you get a daily to grind out a very specific item or something. It's just a bit disappointing they didn't do more with it. That's basically what I'm trying to say there. In other dailies, as what kind of with Remy, you still get them making the village food. Yeah, and I get that that's a nifty thing. It works in character. I just wish they did a little bit more with it. Maybe even flowers, you know, give a little bit more reason for flowers. I really want them to add in things that are a little bit more challenging because it feels like they're constantly making the game easier. And I don't like that. I like to have a particular thing that, like, it's hard to get. It's kind of like an MMO, right? When you know, do a raid or do something really, really tough and you kind of put... You know, you have that particular thing in your inventory to like, I remember when I did this wicked event, and it's the same with Dreamlight Valley. It was like, the War Iron, you feel like you've earned it, you know? A lot more than just mining nodes all the time. Today I made stuff for Stitch and watched him insult Mother Gothel. He called her a mean lady who lives in a tree. I mean, she is a mean lady who lives in a tree. I mean, he's not exactly wrong. No. Oh, monthly blood form. Every month I have to get my bloods taken. They just sent me the monthly blood form. The joys of being on the heart transplant list, you apparently have to get monthly blood tests. Make sure that, I don't know, you're not doing anything dodgy. So I have been feeling rather off recently. But I can't work out whether that's just in my head or an actual thing. I think it's because I'm gaining weight because my treadmill broke. I need to buy a new treadmill. But I don't want to buy a new treadmill because I want to save. That's a catch-22. Because walking is very painful. And walking's not painful, it's just walking down my steps at my home is very painful. And I mean painful, it's just, like, it's exhausting. And when you do a grind, you can't lose track of where you're at. Yeah, I got the 50. Also just okay, this potion. Away. I've used both potions. Didn't even really look at that. Alright, used all of it. Alright, Teresa. There you go. Hopefully that makes you happy. Right, well, dump everything. Vegas. Dad hasn't had a test in a few years. He gets bruised every time. Yeah, I get bruised pretty much. I feel like he needs a revision on his meds. He's hurt his elbow and I think it might be fractured or a muscle torn. I don't know. I don't want to guess. I mean, it's those kind of stuff that you probably should get checked out. I mean, everyone complains about how long the wait is, but no one, in order for it to get solved, you just have to just get on the list, like ask for an appointment. And I hate the excuse of like when people say go to the doctor, it's like, oh, it's such a long wait. It's like, yeah, but it's going to be a long wait regardless of when you do it. Just do it now, get it over and done with before it gets to a point where it's emergency and you get shoved into the emergency room and they're like, oh, we can't do anything because it's too late. Just, yeah, I don't know. And also, I'm a workforce planner by trade. So also my brain goes, well, how do people know the demand if people aren't signing up for the doctor or going to the doctor? There's no way to figure out the demand of something if people aren't using that thing. So you should go to the doctor, even though it may suck and it may take a while. At least the system's noting that you are waiting for it and that it's under-resourced. Because then politicians go around, well, it's not over-resourced because the wait times are this. It's like, well, because people are avoiding going. My stupid brain for you. Well, the good news is, do now have a lot of Star Sapphire. Teresa? I realize I don't have pixie dust on. God, it was the pixie dust, that was that one. That's why I had that. Pixie dust. There we go. Cool. So according to this resource here, outside of the ones I've already done, is the one that's closest to completion, the gold nugget. But the gold ingot, I probably would just make. I think I've pretty much got everything that I need. A lot of the materials I don't have are things, or don't have at least a stack of, are things that are part of the expansion that I just need to grind out, that I just haven't got around to doing because it's like I really should do them. Stone. Now. I'll probably start doing them. And just make sure I've got a stack of at least one thing of everything. So I don't get blindsided. That's the thing. I tend to get blindsided a lot in this game when it comes to the updates. But you think with all the grinding that I do and how much I play, you would think it would be alright. I think I told this before, he hates needles. Like my brother, he does. Yeah, I think you did say that. It took 4 people I'm guessing hold him because he punched a pathologist in the head. Oh, doctors, like, they go through, doctors and nurses, they go through so much crap. My dad cried when I was with him. Somebody like me who's been in and out of hospital since birth, I got used to being pricked and prodded. The only time I hate needles is with immunization, B2 injection, a COVID booster. I faint or get lightheaded. It's alright. I got it. I got it. I think that's. I think I get really super annoyed people that use violence, especially in that situation, because doctors literally are doing to help you, and they want to. They want to. The majority of them, statistically, the majority of them, they want to help you, and then if you're making life harder for them, they use that experience and tell someone about it, and then that gives someone an excuse not to go into the field. Then we get less and less doctors, and then everybody suffers as a society for that. As long as you don't get help, everything's fine. I don't know. The burden mushroom. Cool, I actually got a stack of them finally. That actually ticks off one of my boxes here. Where is it? Butter mushrooms, cool. Pumpkins. Yeah. Shouldn't punch pathologists in the head. I got huge sympathy for the doctors, especially how when you're stuck in hospital for months and you see the way people treat the doctors and so forth. You have a lot of sympathy and patience for them. And I mean, there was one person who was younger than me. She came in and she sounded like she didn't. Well, based on what the doctor said, it sounded like she didn't have any family. I was high on drugs as well. That fentanyl's a hell of a drug. A lot of painkillers. But from the sounds of it, she didn't have any family, and her heart was just failing. And they were like, "Look, we're gonna put an hour bed in you, blah blah blah." And then she was like, "No." And he was like, "Well, I mean, we legally can't force you to do this, but if you do it, you refuse and leave, you will most likely die." And she was like, "No, I don't trust you." So we got these doctors are just like, all this evidence is showing that you're going to die. Your heart is failing, and you don't have any parents. She sounded like she was about 17. 17, 16, something around that. She had a boyfriend though. And she was just like, "No, I don't trust you. No, I think you're lying." And he's like, "Well, do you have anyone you can talk to about this? Anything like that?" And she's like, "I don't need to." And there's basically the doctors had to just stand by and watch the 17, 16-year-old girl die because she doesn't trust doctors. I couldn't do that. I really couldn't do that. And because this was in the ICU at the time. And it was just heartbreaking. Because, like, I think my partner or my mum was there at the time listening to it. And we're just like, and my mum was like, because she's an ex-nurse. Um, she was like, "Maybe I should go in there." I'm like, don't go in there. It's just going to make the situation worse. Um, and yeah, that was the second worst probably thing that happened to me in a hospital, outside of the condition itself. The other one was just hearing people die. That sucked because I was in the ICU, so Wasn't exactly in the recovery ward, but there was one person to my left who got told he was terminal. That was sucked. There was another one who got told her cancer had returned, and it it was really really bad. Down to terminal as well, but they didn't use the word. And there was one other that flatlined, and he was talking the day before, and that was rough. And then once you hear all that stuff, it's hard to really be affected by a lot of stuff. And I always wanted to be a doctor when I was growing up, but I never went down that route, and I don't think even if I did, I don't think I could handle it. I mean, eventually you probably get numb to it, and you end up being okay, but I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do it personally. But everyone's different. Everyone has their own thresholds, I guess, at the end of the day. Anyway, that was a lot more deep than I planned for. Hmm. Are these Jasmine? Are these Jasmine? For some reason I ended up with more Jasmine than the other two. Alright, anyway, let's go back to the grind. So the next one here says it's pixie dust, so I guess we'll go for a stack of pixie dust there. Yeah, my sister-in-law was with my brother-in-law when he had his booster. My sister-in-law had to hold his hand like, come on, bro, it's just a prick in the arm. Heck, I have diabetes, and every morning and night, 2 hours before breakfast, 3 hours after dinner, I have a prick in the finger with like, yeah, I do that as well. First time I was diagnosed in 2009, I was 17 with prediabetes. In 2022, it was type 2. I was scared to lancet my fingers, so my mum doing it with lancets, and it scared me. Now I do it every day. Yeah, I have a pen. I should actually do my kit. I don't know if I can show blood on stream. Probably not. But I do have a little iron kit or machine. It's kind of like a diabetes one. But it tells me how thin my blood is. And that's the machine I do. So I do that every few days. A few days, probably closer to like every week, I would say, actually. Just to check whether I need to increase it. Because basically, if my blood gets too thick, I will have a stroke. But you don't want it too thin because you get loopy and dizzy and all that stuff. No, you can't. Yeah, I thought you couldn't. I'm gonna have to mine pixie dust. Where can I get? It doesn't really tell you what the easiest way to get pixie dust. Has anyone ever actually figured out the easiest way to get pixie dust? The gem? Beef foraging? Yeah, pixie dust. Wish Blossom Mountains. That's where it's at. Okay. I haven't seen anything online that says that's the easiest way to get pixie dust. I'm just gonna farm these. What I'm my understanding, the best way to farm for it is by mining. Fucking. Put in this. Oh. Yeah, so it says Wish Blossom Mountains. So I'm assuming it's a rainy. Yeah. Or Wish Blossom Mountains, does it mean just the whole thing? I think it actually means the whole thing. Mine has checked your glucose. If it's high, I'm hyper. If it's low, I'm hypo. My dad never believes me when I tell him I have had low levels. I'm just glad it's not below 2 mmol liters. Just under 3 to 4. When I'm sick, my levels are higher, so I'm hyper, almost like hypertension. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big believer in just like learning everything you can about your condition and try and self-manage the best you can. But I mean, it sounds like, and hopefully you don't take this wrong, right? It sounds like your family, or at least your dad, doesn't really take his own health that seriously, considering how fearful he is of needles. Because, look, some things you gotta have to do for your health. Whether it's working out, whether it's going to the doctor, whether it's to have an injection. And if his fear is more important than his survival, then he's probably going to treat other people that way as well. But like his fear of losing yours, his fear of you not being 100% will outweigh the logic side of his brain. Of like, this is actually going to help me. That's probably why he acts the way he does, because logically he doesn't want to lose you, he loves you. So you being wrong is a worse outcome and more fearful, so he would rather believe that than actually go, alright, let's try and fix this, let's try and make this better. And that probably overwhelms him a lot, and that's probably why he has that reaction that he does. That's what defines the two different people that want to fix their life, regardless of the ones that just want to stay in their current situation if things get worse. Alright, so it turns out that this can be mined from anywhere, so I'll just mine everything. Yeah, he doesn't like hospitals, and he doesn't help when he's asked his GP a question. His doctor didn't even know the answer, and he's a licensed doctor. Trust me, doctors don't. Doctors can't know everything. Like, every time I go to a doctor here in Wellington, they don't even know what an LVAD is. Some of them don't even know what this machine... They've booked an appointment with me to see me, because the cardiology department here in Wellington has to see me every 6 months. That's like a rule. And every time I go in, the doctor either doesn't know what an LVAD is, never seen an LVAD before, or is just completely oblivious to like everything. So I spend the majority of the appointment just educating them, like giving them my folder, going through all the documentation. Because of the separate DHBs, everything they do up in Auckland doesn't actually get to them in Wellington. I have to physically hand them the documentation. And that's just the way the health system is in New Zealand, unfortunately. You know, it's up to us to put in the right people to get that fixed, but, you know, why do that? Because privatization has always worked, right? Right? Fixed medical system, privatization's always worked, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, knowing about your health, learning about your health is so important, and I don't think people kind of rather be fearful for it than do the hard work. And the thing is, we could fix it. Like, I think what frustrates me about it, now that I've kind of gone through everything I have been through, is that we could fix this problem with money. But we don't. And the reason we don't is dumb. It's political, it's silly, and it's for some reason we think buying a new, like, you know, aircraft carrier, not aircraft carrier in New Zealand, but spending more money on the military is way more important than shoving into the healthcare system. What are you ranting about? Healthcare. Sorry, Teresa. How's the vet? Everything all good? Hopefully everything's all good. Trying to find nodes. Oh, there's no nodes in it. I thought there was. Yeah, how's your pup? Good to go. Pull me closer, time. Not to make the sound gross, but my dad has an in-ground toenail. It's really bad. GP gave him prescription toenail ointment. It's made it worse, so I don't think my dad should have stopped. It's made it worse, so I think Dad should have stopped using it. He needs to cut it off or trim the toenail. The fact is my dad has to soak his foot first and have it soft to try and do it. He cannot. I told my dad, Master, to see make appointment to see your podiatrist who could have fixed it already. Now he's going to need an orthopedics foot doctor. He might lose his toe. I'm so mad at Dad. Well, keep in mind that from everything you've told me about your dad, doesn't seem to be very good at following direction. So I don't know. And also, if it wasn't working, he should have gone straight back to the doctor straight away. Because at the end of the day, the doctor's just using what they have been told or what they've researched to see what the preferred treatment is, which isn't the same for everybody. Everybody is different. How I'm being treated for my LVAD is completely different from the last person. But the reason why I had a stroke is because they put me on medication that had worked for other people in the past. So they put me on aspirin. And I had a stroke. So they took me off aspirin, put me on another thing. Haven't had a stroke since. But the reason why they were able to fix that, well, one, I had a stroke. And two, we changed it to something else that worked, but we had to let them know. So, and this is something the doctors told me, the number one problem people have is that when they get given a treatment, they expect it either works or they've done it wrong. Or the doctor's made a mistake. No, a lot of the time it's just like, in the common, out of 80% of cases, this is the treatment to use. Now, you could be part of that 20%, but you don't know until you use the treatment. So if you use the treatment and it doesn't work, you go back to the doctor and go, look, it didn't work, and that eliminates that. And then you try something else. If you don't do anything and you just say, no, the doctor's wrong, then it doesn't make sense to record anything because you're always going to say, well, it either needs to work 100% of the time or don't do it. And that's never going to work. That's never going to work. Every body is different, and body in the sense of the actual body. So if you go to a doctor and they give you treatment and it doesn't work, and you go, the doctor was wrong, you're basically saying, I want doctors to only ever give me 100% guarantee of treatments. And that's never going to be the case, because statistically there's always going to be some people that are outliers, some people outside of the norm, of the average of the treatment working. My husband is a critical care paramedic. He diagnoses himself all the time and waits till bed before the doctor. See, I think it's a little bit different over there. It's because it costs you a lot of money. Like, it costs us like $40 to go to the doctor. I don't know how much does actually. Here's a question for you, Teresa. For a normal GP visit, how much does it cost? I'm super curious about that. So $40 New Zealand. What's that? USD. ZD. $40. So that's $23.70 per visit in American. I'm curious of how much it will be. All we really know over here is we just get told it's expensive. We don't really get told like how bad it gets. I know this LVAD machine, they told me in America it costs between 500,000 to $1 million for the surgery and for the aftercare. And I got this for free, so I'm very grateful. To get this, I couldn't imagine needing to save for this thing. But yeah, my point is with the doctors, I think a lot of people have to realize it's just based off evidence they have found, but it's never 100%. And if you are expecting the doctor to be 100% right 100% of the time, don't go to the doctor because you're never going to get that. The doctors just learn from previous people and just using the evidence put in front of them. With insurance, it's 35 copay for me. Not sure what it costs with insurance. 35 copay. What is copay? See, all this insurance stuff in America with the healthcare, I just don't get it. I don't know what copay is. Do you mean you pay like there's like a limit? Oh, Monsieur. Oh yeah, I did miss you. Sorry, I was too busy going my rings. Yes, she's sick, but it's okay. I have a couple of meds to give her. She's getting old. Oh, well, at least that she's all right, and that it's more of just an age thing than anything terminal, I guess. Age is terminal. Without insurance. So copay means without insurance. Oh, odd phrase. Feels like this is. Why is it like cut off? This all black. There we go. Just thinking about how my window looks. And make this. All right, pick it up. Yeah, podiatrist deals with your diabetic foot issues and also dealt with calluses, the trims and toenails because of deformities on the toes and birth. And now the also whatever. And dealt with your leg surgery last year. Now a whole year's surgery last week. Had to flare up in your left leg, cramp for 5 days. So it's annoying. Yeah. I mean, the key to it is just make sure you follow the rules, and if things aren't working, you tell your doctor straight away. Like, a lot of people get really stubborn thinking, like, it has to work, otherwise there's no other option. A lot of the case, it's just, you gotta have to help them. Because that's the data that they're gonna use. They're gonna say, alright, what have we tried? What's working? What's the common denominators here? Well, people don't realize it's like doctor can't solve an issue with one meeting. Well, they can attempt to. Because a lot of the time you are within that 80%, you know. There's a limit of how much I pay out of pocket copay as part of my bill. It's more like over 100. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't get it. I don't. And this is just it's a around the world thing, rather than just a pure American thing. Like everyone needs healthcare, and they've proven with facts that a healthier population improves the quality of life and the workforce, and it's cheaper on the public health system, keeping a healthy population. And there's so many positive factors from putting money into healthcare, but so many places around the world just don't. And it's just like, on paper, there's only benefits. The only negative is that you have to spend money, and I think it's because there's no spending money on healthcare. There is no tangible outcome that you can use really from a political sense. And that's just that's everywhere. It's like most governments are only in for like 4 years, right? So a lot of the time, in order to make this effective change, it needs to be a generational thing, or like many, many, many years. So it just takes so long for that benefit to be seen. So it's easier just not to put it in. All right, here's been an here's a better analogy. If I go to my GP and the bill says $485, I only pay $35. $485. Oh. Ooh. So you pay for some of it. That's still way too much. I wonder how much ours would be if it wasn't like subsidized, but it's insane. My dad's doctor should have sent my dad to the local podiatrist. They could have dealt with my dad's toenail. It used to hurt him, but now it doesn't. He's just embarrassed to look at it. It's black. It means that toe is infected, right? Most of the time, yeah. Black is typically a bad sign on a body. It means basically there's necrosis and there's dead something. But if it's a toenail that's black, a lot of the time it's just the dead skin trapped underneath the toenail. So what they do is, this is the gross bit. They peel the toenail off, get rid of that deadness, and then it heals up alright. But if you leave it there, it starts to get infected, starts to spread. Because the cells around it can't get enough blood. So they start dying, and that's how you lose your toe. So your toenail could start black, and a lot of time it does this on its own, and it fixes it on its own. But if it doesn't, that's the risk. So, like, if you're worried about him losing his toe, there's a higher guarantee he's going to lose his toe the longer he leaves it. My husband had surgery last month. It cost over $30,000. Your part was $1,800. $30,000 US dollars. What's that in New Zealand? USD. That's $50,632. Yeah. Now I understand why your husband doesn't go to the doctor now. Like, damn. And the gangrene tissue is dead. Need to get it looked at, or you lose your toe. Yeah. Yeah, that's my conclusion too. But I mean, if he's stubborn, he's stubborn. But at the end of the day, it's his body. No one's going to care about his body as much as he does. So, if he wants to lose his toe, let him. But at the end of the day, there's only... What's the saying? You can't fix somebody who doesn't want to be fixed. And that is very, very true. And it's the same as with mental health, and it's the same with your physical body too. If you don't want to be well, there's nothing no one can do to make you well. You're gonna have to actually work towards your own body. You've got the tools, you've got everything in front of you to get that fixed, and if you don't, it's kind of on you. Well, it is on you, kind of. We did use antifungal cream as well. It's now branched. Oh, clearly it's not working because it's not a fungal thing. It's dead tissue. So if anything, it could have just changed color because of the color of the cream. Yeah, you definitely need to, because it could have just changed the color because of the cream that he was using. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's actually fixable. And dead tissue is dead tissue. That doesn't go away. On its own, at least. Well, I mean, no, I'll take that back. With toes, it sometimes does go away if the skin around it is healthy enough. But from the sounds of what you're describing, that's me, Teresa. His doctor keeps telling him to use the cream. Well, I mean, I would question that. I mean, how many times has he gone and been told that? Because you could just use that as evidence. Like, this has been like 3 times now. It's not getting any better, and just show him. And get him to write on the record too. Well, the doctor would have told him as well at the time, because no doctor should not do this. They should give him a timeline, like come back after X amount of time. But what was the timeline that the doctor said? And if he didn't, just get him to give him a call and figure it and ask. It takes 2 minutes for my dad to take off his shoes. Yeah. Well, I think what he should do is, please ask your dad, like, what's the timeline that he gave you for this? And if he goes, I don't know, call them. Because there would be a timeline. He would have said, use the cream until this, or use the cream until, the bottle's ended or whatever. And if it hasn't got any better, come see him. I would give them a call, send them an email or something, just to contact them and find out what the timeline is, because that doesn't require a doctor's appointment. You can do that over the phone, and there is no reason that they can't give you that. And if they won't give you that, definitely change your new doctor at that time, because no doctor should refuse to give a timeline for a treatment. My dad can't get his leg up on his leg. Bad enough for my dad had to hold the bed to get up. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like more than just a toe, but I would start there. Start with the toe thing, go to the doctor, and we'll message the doctor and say, hey, you can even do it on... I don't know if you can do it on your behalf. Probably not. But just tell your dad to give them a message or do something to figure out what that timeline is. Because otherwise you're just going around circles here. You're not going to fix anything. So it's what I was saying before, is understanding his condition and learning about it. And timelines are very important, treatment timelines. Because I don't think any doctor will go, well, you're going to use this treatment to fix this problem, but we have no idea when it's going to be fixed. Unless it's like a very serious condition. I was sitting there watching my dad put on socks and shoes and try to help him. He said, no, it broke me. See, this is the problem. You have to ask for help. Because that also tells the doctor, oh, it's not that bad because he can do it himself. If he needed assistance to do a basic thing, that adds to the evidence. He's so stubborn, he doesn't ask for help. I am too. But that's the thing. How can you fix something if you're not giving all the data? And needing help is part of that data. For instance, the doctor report saying he does not need assistance to take off his shoes, or he needs assistance to take off his shoes. If another doctor looked at that, which one do you think is a more serious indicator of the situation? Because on paper, that's what they most likely have done. Is like, well, he didn't need assistance to take off his shoes. It can't be that bad. Like, he needed assistance walking. He didn't need assistance walking. That changes, a lot of things. I'm really getting all the pixie dust. Hell, I mean. A lot line. Clearly, I know my dad is narcissistic and manipulative, so he gets his way. But then it just sounds like he deserves it. I'm sorry. I'm not a big fan of narcissistical people and people that, yeah, I have a hard time with that one. And at that point, just go to therapy. Just tell him to go to therapy, and if he refuses, on him. I worry about him now. He's reaching 75, and he struggles to get in and out of the car. Yeah, my dad's about that. I think my dad's around the same age, I would say. I worry about him because he's just as stubborn. He is just as stubborn. We never admit he's wrong. And it hurt. That sucks because you're watching your dad fade, and you're just like, if you do this thing, it helps fix the situation, but you're not doing that thing, so you're not fixing the situation, and it drives you absolutely up the wall and going through your head, just like, if you just did this, it would make things so much easier. But unfortunately, that's not life. I went back to it. People are stubborn and people need a... It's their way of living their life, and unfortunately, the way they live their life affects more people than they realize. Oh, what I know, I'm just a stupid guy on the internet. You're not getting any pixie dust. It's bloody annoying. Problem is, you don't get bonus pixie dust either. I think that's one of the sucky things about getting older. And being older than your parents, just in general, is that you most likely you will be around when they pass, and you'll have to watch that. And that sucks. But I mean that we've done that for generations, so it's not exactly a new thing. Just the realities of life, really. One of the hardest things you have to go through in your life, losing a family member. Fortunately, my nieces had to go through that experience a lot sooner than they were ready for. It does change you as a person. I don't worry about them. Losing a dad at that age, I mean, from what my partner says, it's not exactly an easy thing to be okay about. Oh, there's really deep and meaningful today. Gotta stop it, Dave. I don't want to hear that shit. He's 72 in August soon. My brother lives in West Auckland, so he's over an hour away. We haven't seen him in almost 3 months. They came over on the weekend and like always, my brother asked me privately how he's been doing. I told him the moment him and sister-in-law left, it told me off for telling your brother you can't win. No, just like, to be honest, you can easily bat back with him saying that and go, well, look after yourself better. You don't want me to tell people how you are, then look after yourself. And I mean, He can complain, he can moan about it, but again, he's in his 70s. He doesn't realize the reality of the situation. All he's doing is hurting everybody else around him. So, like, let him tell you off. Like, who cares? Just back with that. At the end of the day, he's older than you. Only one person's going to suffer, and that's going to be him. And I mean that in the nicest and roughest way possible. Because if you stress too much about it, all you're doing is hurting yourself. And your dad's not going to realize how much pain he's been inflicting on you until well after the fact, or he may never. Narcissistical people typically don't. All they will do is take, and then blame you when things go wrong. That's what they do. They can't see faults in themselves, so they always will put the blame on everybody else, whether it's a doctor, whether it's, your kids, whether it's the government, whether it's something. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never, the choices I made in my life were bad, so maybe I should learn from them and do something different. They never have those kind of conversations. Try asking a narcissist, name one thing you've ever done wrong in your life, and it's typically something about them that they should have taken advantage of somebody at a particular point in time. It's never like, I made this decision and it was a stupid one. Like, I should have taken my schooling more seriously when I was a kid. I should have gone to university. I should have looked into my health a lot sooner. So many things that I would say I could have done better. Yeah, sex from experience, yeah. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, but I also know it's just one of those things that all you can do is prepare and just, appreciate what you have at the moment. And it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes people, as humans, we all have, a point that we don't live any longer. It's just the nature of life. And the best you can hope is that that number goes as high as you can before you expire. I mean, I have a more kind of like, I have a more kind of philosophical view about it just because of my particular situation, knowing the survival rates isn't. I'm not going to live to 100. The chances of me living to 80 is extremely slim. But I also know that that's 40 plus years away. And a lot can change in 40 years. So just enjoy the ride. Because who knows? And I also know that the average survival rate of a heart transplant is 10 years, but that's mainly because a lot of people that get heart transplants are a lot older. Bad enough my dad took 3 days to tell me he found out in the garage and was still in bed, and I was still in bed asleep. Whenever I see him mowing the lawns back here, I'm sitting in the kitchen. When he finishes, he goes around to the front yard. I'm sitting on my bed in my room watching him. I mean, it doesn't sound like he wants to help himself, but he also sounds like he's got you to make it up, so he doesn't need to. So I think you gotta have a proper conversation with him, or this is going to be your life. Because it doesn't sound like he's going to change anytime soon, unless something changes. Whenever he's in the garden, I'm watching him on his hands and knees. He was on a set ladder in the kitchen. I sat in the lounge watching him. He was on a big ladder in the freaking roof. Stayed outside spotting him. He was on the garage roof. I sat outside the patio. I swear I'm always watching him now. I mean, have you told him, like, all that stuff? I mean, how's those conversations? And he won't want the conversation, but there's a lot of uncomfortable conversations that people have to have. This is just one of them. I think you're gonna have to force him to have a real conversation. Dave, I put more quest. Oh, okay. What you got? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, I don't have piranhas. Alright, I'm gonna have to fish with some piranhas. Break grinding some of this is a good break. Alright, well, let's see what we got for piranhas. I think it's Storybook Vale. Oh, Tiny Isle? Yeah. Lagoon. I'll bring out the wiki to double check. Pretty sure they're gold ones, so if I use the potion, it should be alright. Gold, yes it is. Alright, so we're going to use a potion. Use some piranhas. Yeah, he knows why I'm watching him. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it's just also a question of whether you want this to be your life. Because if he's not going to change, it means, but you're still willing to do it, there's no reason for him to change. But if you're like, all right, I'm hitting my limit, I don't want to do this anymore, you have to change. He most likely probably will have to do it. Because essentially, it is a way of enabling somebody by just covering his battle time. He's got no reason to change. Like, it does sound like you're stalking your dad. A few years back, he collapsed. And I know it's your dad, and you want to do the best for him, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, it's your happiness is just as important as it. And I would say, from a normal point of view, if you were making someone's life miserable, you would want to know. And I think it's a fair conversation to bring up. I'm going to Alright, let's switch to fishing mode. Spy's watching her dad, yeah. In a non-creepy way. Who's my fishing buddy? I think Pumbaa's a fishing buddy. She's a people watcher. You know, some people are bird watchers, and some people watch people on a stream. There's some. Alright. Alright, we'll go. Was it the lagoon or the promenade? The lagoon. Alright, we'll go to the lagoon. Alright, so let's get some fishies. Quick mist here. Position. Alright, let's do it. Right angle, right? So pretty much. Oh. Need to be in the right position so I can cut both balls. Like one spot. Because I think this is the only place you can get piranhas from. Can't reach it. I'm getting seaweed as well, which is good. Memory there, which I'm tempted just to leave there and then make this the purple zone, but I don't know if I've got all my fishing memories, which I don't think I do. No, I don't. There you go. This looks like the only spot that's spawning. I'll probably stay there. I think there's any other spots here. Oh, that's it. Alright, we're gonna have to stay here. Oh, it's spawned back already. Alright, I really need to go pee, so I'll be back in a sec. Oh, there we go. Back. Sorry, got to unmute it. So I've got about half an hour to go, but I will be streaming again later today. I'm going to try and get the actual Twitch-only one working, but my plan is actually to start at 3 o'clock. I'm trying out the time to see which one I like better. So I'm going to try streaming from 3 to 7.
pretty happy with my stocks for the update, so I'm not too stressed about grinding out for stuff right now. And hopefully, if I do this again with the next update, I won't have so much things I need to do, so I can do a more intense grind for stuff I haven't got. Yay! Like topping off memories. I think the flower watering one is the one I'll just never get. They should really change that to like if you water your crops you get this. Hey, Mini T, how's things going? I'm sorry, the name's stuck. I'm currently grinding out fish for your mum. Sorry, for your mom. Mom. Your mother. Going for what? I'm getting a little bonus for. Working on Dreamlight duties right now, making 5-star meals. Only need 56 more to complete that one. Well, keep in mind you can use the ancient machines to actually do that. If you've unlocked them, you can just use the ancient machines, put a meal in it, or a 5-star meal in it, and just let that do the work. I'll show you in a sec. Actually, there's memory here as well. So, with this ancient machine, where have I put the food one? Did I not? Pretty sure I've done it inside out food machine somewhere. Oh, here. So this food machine here, you can just set whatever one you want, and you cook it, and then you can just let that do it. Not there yet. Ah, okay. Did you tell her that most likely it's a tiered thing, so even if you complete the first duties, you've probably got another level to go after that? Or is she about to discover that the hard way? Oh. So I think there's 5 like tiers, so once you complete the Dreamlight duty, you've got another level to go. She's not there yet. Alright. All good. Well, just know that you can make your life a little bit easier, especially if you're going for the ones that you know require you to make 1,000 of them or something like that. Getting a lot of good fishing memories at the moment. You're in the last tier for it. Ah, okay, that should be alright then. But especially if you go to Tuning Isle and all that, it will ask you to make meals for that particular area. So like make 50 meals using the Tuning Isle ingredients. But yeah, just know, just a little tip in case you need to do that grind. Why don't you put that one over there just to respawn? It hasn't yet. Nearly there. So yeah, I'll be on in about, what's that, 6 hours from now, 6-ish hours from now. And we'll do the final preparation for the update. So we'll be putting up our leveling machine, we'll be making sure we have enough money, probably making sure we have enough mist as well. And I think our food is going to be alright because we've got a soup blaze cooking away in all the ancient machines. So we think we should be alright there. A potion. And I don't think we need any more prep. I think we're good to go after that point. And so I'll be starting my 12-hour stream, 24-hour stream. I don't think my heart could handle that. At the same time tomorrow at 6 a.m. my time. So my normal starting time, and then we'll go for 12 hours. And I'll probably take Friday off. Because I always seem to take the next day off stream after an update day. check. Let's spawn over here. Huh? Where that spawning back? Oh, memory. And we'll finish probably today's stream and this afternoon stream in Pocahontas' area. Only right we finish it there before we end it. Oh, and I also will be revealing the please wait card for this update cycle, which I'm currently working on and nearly finished. There's no. I get paranoid. I'm thinking that there's another spot I can go to. There is. Alright, so I need about 6 more. A lot of this. Well. Well, hello, Teresa again. Hello. The second Teresa 2 is back. We're gonna tour Teresa 2. Not used to having one of the newbies come back. Everyone be on their best behavior. This is an even more rare occasion of new people coming to the stream. Dave, does that mean you're standing next to Hercules? In the thumbnail, I will be standing next to Hercules. Ah, the maze is here too. Wow. 2 newbies returning. That's even... I don't think that's ever happened before. At the same time. How are you both doing? And thanks, I think you two are the ones that pushed my subscriber rate a little bit higher, so I do appreciate it. It's such a rare occasion that I make a big deal about it. I mean, I've been streaming this game for like 2 to 3 years, and I barely have made it to 500. So it's very rare. But I don't really try too hard. I'm an acquired taste. Would have been here sooner, but the internet wasn't being nice, unfortunately. It's the joys of the internet. It has this mind of its own sometimes. It's more the internet companies have a mind of its own. Well, you're more than welcome to come at any time you want, Teresa. Teresa 2. Trying to cement that in my brain. I'm just doing a piranha grind at the moment for someone in the dream team. Teresa. Actually, Teresa 1. Oh yeah, there we go. We did it. We did it, Teresa. There you go. Then I do have a moment's. He made some bowls of rhubarb custard. Rhubarb custard? That would be a spicy custard. There. There you go, Teresa. Your piranhas have been delivered. So I think that's about all the requests that we have. Yep. Cool. There we go. Alright, so what do I want to do? I do need zinc.
Where do I get zinc from? I don't think we'll... Fortune? Zinc, there he is. Alright. Oh, is it zinc? Or what do I need? Hold on. Yeah, I need zinc. Alright, we're gonna do a bit of a zinc grind, eh? And then mining buddy. Remy's a mining buddy. My 3 kids didn't appreciate being without the internet for over 5 hours. Let's just say the house is so much happier now. That's a sad indication of where we are with the society at the moment. That the minute the internet goes down, everyone's miserable. Which is ironic considering that it tends to make people miserable at the same time. Wonder if they're going to have sadness blue orbs for decor. I hate decorating around blue orb memories. It's not the same. I do agree with that. I mean, because we've got happiness here, and so we've got the joy orbs here. But pretty much joy is the only one that really has some aesthetic to it. Because I've made every section one of the emotions, right? So I've got those orbs. Inui doesn't really have a lot or anything. This one, I can't remember that one. That emotion. I think it's in... I don't know. This is sadness one. And doesn't really have anything. It's got that, which is just a photo thing. Brings people to the yard. It's a nice way of summoning like everyone. If you want everyone in your valley, this is what you just basically keep on doing this over and over again. Probably not this particular one, but you could do one that you take a group photo with, and it will just summon a random villager every time. And eventually, if you keep on doing that, you'll get everyone in the valley. It may slow down your computer, but it does work. And that's how you get everyone in your valley. Thank you. No worries. No worries, Teresa. Need zinc. Do a bit of zinc grind. I mean, most of my materials I'm pretty set with. So, all the materials I'm kind of short by are ones I'm not going to need tomorrow, and I'm going to probably regret my words now. And they're all like expansion materials, so I can just slowly grind them off. Because once I complete the expansion and all that, I typically don't grind out the materials until we're doing this prep work again, the next expansion. So I pretty much just want to tick as many boxes as I can right now, and then when we do the next review for the next expansion, next update, we'll go through all this again, but hopefully we'll need to do a little bit less and focus on something that we haven't done. But to be fair, I'm under this assumption, and this is a big assumption that everyone's making, is that there are going to be more updates and an expansion. They haven't confirmed it. They have not confirmed when the next update after the Hercules one is going to be, or if there is going to be one, or if there is going to be another expansion of DLC content. We all just assuming that there is going to be one. But, to be honest, they haven't confirmed anything. So who knows what we're actually going to get. For all we know, we could only get 2 more updates for the rest of the year. Which will suck, but, I mean, there's a possibility. You will definitely get one around Christmas. So typically, and this is the pattern they followed, they announce in the showcase what the expansion is. And this expansion typically drops around about November. Like late November. And the only reason they announced it early this time is because people data mined it and released it. So they're probably being real cagey with
the details they're putting into the patches at the moment, just to make sure it's not going to be data mined. But they also haven't confirmed what's going to happen next. So for all we know, they could go, all right, we're going to change our release strategy. We're now going to release fewer updates, but with more content on them. They could even turn around and go, hey, we're not going to actually release any more updates. They could do that. Yeah, it would kind of leave things in a bit of a hanging pattern, considering they did tease Winnie the Pooh at the end. But that's the video game development at the moment. They could just suddenly just go, nope, done. Really, no wonder they had the cracked door. Yeah, they could be getting a little bit more cagey because they don't actually know whether they're going to have another year of development. We don't know the metrics. We don't know. I do know they're getting a little. They've gotten more predatory with moonstones and with the premium shop. Could mean that was early signs that something was going wrong. So they were winding back a little bit, and maybe those premium changes, those changes to the premium shop didn't work, and they are no longer able to fund their normal development cycle going forward. The game is what, 3 to 4 years old, maybe even 5 years old. When did it come out? 2002. So we're looking at 4 years. Heading to 5 years. Oh, 2002 was the early release. I think the full release came out 2023. But either way, there are signs. 4 years in September. I think it was 4 years from 1.0, but I think the early access was out like before the main quest was completed. Is that a bad thing? That the first thing I did when the internet came on was immediately submitted a dream snap because I almost forgot. I don't know if it's a bad thing, but it's probably smart because I don't think I've done one. No, I have not done mine. We will do it later when I come back on. So the update releases at 3 a.m. my time. So I typically come online about 6 a.m. But yeah, it's a good point to Freezer too. Because I forgot as well. Alright, where is my zinc? My zinc. I want to try and get a stack of zinc. One material I don't really have a lot of. Muted? What's muted? What's muted? Am I muted? I'm not muted. What are you on about? Am I muted? Now I'm making me all paranoid. Doesn't say I'm muted at my end. Still showing my mic spiking and everything. We're not spiking, we're just going. I can send you some of that. You have heaps of zinc. Oh, I can't request anything at the moment because for some reason, when I'm requesting a particular thing, and how about we just do zinc just in case? Don't work. Crafting materials is zinc. Yeah, zinc. Oh, it did work that time. Oh no, there you go. It's basically saying that I was attempting to dissolve my dream team. So, yeah. Well, your internet crashed. Yeah, I figured it did because I wasn't muted. So I don't want to dissolve my dream team. For some reason it thinks I'm trying to do that when I'm requesting items, so unfortunately I can't request any items at the moment. Welcome back. So we've got about 10 minutes to go before we call it a day. Well, not a day actually. We'll call it a temporary hold, and then I'm gonna come back later. And we'll do our final prep for the update, eh? I work in audio only. That's odd. I think it's your internet buggering up. Remy always bugs up when you're talking back. Raining today, I have my data on. Well, don't waste your data on me. Save it. As Teresa 2 found out, you don't have internet, it's chaos. You need internet, otherwise society breaks down and everything goes to poop. It won't matter going out to shopping soon. Just do what I do. Blame my heart condition and get your groceries delivered. They hate me for that. It's not my fault. I can barely walk up the stairs like without carrying anything, let alone carrying like bags and bags of shopping. I always get the stink eye from them. It's like, dude, what do you expect me to do, man? To a point where they text us asking us to come down to help, and it's like I struggle, I can't do it, and I feel bad, and then I have to watch my partner try and do it. We need more drones. Preparing for the update, but as soon as I submitted Dream Stats, had my game, my 12-year-old daughter took over the Switch and played Animal Crossing. Oh, no. Well, you still got time. Still got plenty of time to prep for it. But yeah, what you do for your kids, eh? This is my trick for that. Just don't have kids. But too late if you already got kids. But yeah, that's my fancy trick to avoid that problem. It's worked out pretty well so far. I've also got more money. That's a hack as well. Little life hack. You want more money? Don't have kids. The more you know. On that, I'll show you. 34. You have 5. Well, then that's your fault. That's on you. I think after 3, you're just like, yeah, I'm going to keep going. After that, you can't use those, like, I've got kids and it's so bad. No, you did this to yourself. You brought this on yourself, Teresa, too. Should have learned that money was short to come by after, like, the first one. There's a... So you still have 34. Probably could sell those, get my stuff a little bit more. I have a mate who had 10 before they were 30. 10 kids before they were 30 years old. What? I have 2, but 7 bonus kids. That's alright. You've accepted the 7 bonus kids. Like, That's an option. That was optional. And plus, you run your own business, so I mean, must be reasonably well off. 10. 10 kids before the 30. How the hell? How does that? How old were they then when they had their first one? Because even if you had one a year, your body would be destroyed, man. God. Here's a triplet. So she had a pair of twins, quadruplets, then triplets, then one. What? Oh my god. Whoa. That is... Damn. 27-year-old, 23-year-old, 17-year-old, 13-year-old, 10-year-old, almost 2-year-old. That's 6. But you said 5. Oh, 12, almost 13-year-old. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I thought you said 12 and a 13-year-old. Yep. Alright. They're reasonably good ages. Most of them look after themselves, would be able to look after themselves by that point. The last one was a sign for her to stop. Really? I think after the triplets, or the quadruplets, is it quadruplets first and then triplets? Yeah, after the like after hitting 6 in 2 goes, just stop. Just stop after that point. God, definitely shows you. That's fair proof, though. There is a genetic component when it comes to triplets and twins. Like my mum's cousins were triplets, and then one of them had a daughter who then went on to have twins. So there definitely is a genetic component when it comes to having triplets and twins and all that stuff. Alright, well, we've got 5 minutes to go. I think that's where we'll call it. I got a good amount of zinc. But I'll go hand everything in. But yeah, we will be back on later today. Maybe just on Twitch. I'll see if I can get it working, but we'll see. Tomorrow's going to be fun, though. It'll be a lot of fun doing the update. We'll probably speedrun it. We'll try and complete all of it by the end of the stream in 12 hours. That's why we do all this prepping. And we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty sure we can smash it out. Probably the Star Path is the only one we'll trip up on. Yeah. Oh, no, why would I turn on the light there? Oh. I stopped at 2. No worries, it's humid now. It is pretty humid in New Zealand, which is weird because it's supposed to be heading into winter. Oh no, my headset. Alright, got that, and got that. Oh. Well, we've got some zinc. We'll put that zinc in here. At least we took that box. There we go. You'll be playing along with me tomorrow. Awesome. I like it when people do that. Mainly so they can tell me stuff that they discover themselves. Because there'll be a lot of secrets, a lot of bonuses. I think that there was bonuses like what was the one with like Aladdin? That there was that secret thing you could unlock. I can't remember. You had to get certain materials and do a certain thing. And those secrets they don't tell you about. So hopefully they did something with the Lady and the Tramp as well. There was things you had to dig up, I think it was, or collect. So there's always secrets to discover. So if people are playing along with us, it makes things a lot easier because we can point out things. But I will be speedrunning it. So if you really want the full quest, storyline and all that stuff, just play it yourself. I used to read it all out, but I just got too tired after a while, and it was just like, I'm over it. But that's just me being lazy, really. Cool. I like, if even just one person shows up, I'll be happy and keep me company. Because I always see it. I always say, I'm playing this anyway. People are just coming along and joining me. It just makes it a little bit easier. That there. Stack of those. Sell those. Stack of those. This slot. Oh, there. Oh, there we go. I might actually make rope out of those. Oh, I need fiber first. Just gonna make a whole bunch of fiber. And once I fill up fiber, I'll make a whole bunch of rope. Fiber, where does fiber go? There you go. Hey, Nick with the blick. I'm actually just about to finish for the day. So, or not for the day, for at least 6 hours, and I'll be back on later. Do another 4 hours to get ready for the update. So, sorry you came at the end, but things to happen with me. Good old time zones. It's been a while. It's probably been a while, yeah. Always been a while for some people. Just, I'm streaming it at different times at the moment, so... Anyway, we're going to leave it there. So thanks. Thanks, Nix. Thanks, Teresa. Thanks, Teresa2. Thanks, Spy. Thanks, who else we've got? Thanks, Maze. Thanks, Yasmin. Thanks, Spy. I think I just said Spy. I can't remember if I said Spy twice. And thanks, everyone else that has watched, will watch, and Mr. Tanker. And could watch. I'll be back on in approximately about 5 hours' time. And then we'll go do another 4 hours and then 12-hour stream tomorrow for the update. So... appreciate you all. I'm going to go so I'm not procrastinating.